Hi, folks, and welcome back to the Joe Morley Sports Show. This is episode number 3. Episode number 3 on the mock drafts. We've already done picks 1 through 16. So in this episode, we're going to be working on for picks 17 through 24. So what we'll do is we'll do a quick recap of who's already been taken in the top 16. This will be the only time that I mention this. So number 1, we had Joe Burrow. Number 2, Chase Young. Number 3, Justin Herbert. Number 4, Mekhi Beckham. Number 5, Tristan Wirfs. 6 was Jeffrey Okudah. 7, Derek Brown. 8, Andrew Thomas. 9, Isaiah Thomas. 10, C.J. Henderson. 11, C.D. Lamb. 11 would be Jordan Love. 13, Javon Kinlaw. 14 was Jarek Wills. 15, Henry Ruggs. And number 16 was safety Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit at number 16. So if you haven't been with us in the last couple episodes, I've been telling you that Tua was going to drop. I don't believe his medical history is as sound as everybody believes it is. Teams weren't able to bring him in for visits. They didn't get to let their doctors see him. So Tua had to go and do his own doctors. His doctors, of course, are saying he's cleared. But it's a hip injury, a wrist injury, ankle injury, and you're going to risk your franchise on this? I mean, this is you're playing the lottery on this guy, and you're hoping to bid and bet your whole franchise, your whole future on one guy, and you want me to take Tua? So that's why I had Tua dropping so far. Anyways, enough about Tua, enough about his injuries. You guys get the point. That's why I have Tua dropping. Anyways, the next on the clock is the America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. How about them? Woo! Everybody will go wild right here and say, oh, the Cowboys, Cowboy Nation, the best team in the country. Whatever. What are they going to do, go 8-8 again? Anyways, they got a new coach, Patrick McCarthy, down in Dallas. So what is he going to do? He has to shore up that defense. They've been a good defense. They've lost a couple pieces. They lost Rob Marinelli to Las Vegas. That's the coach, defensive line coach. Jason Garrett's out of there. They still have a good offense, but their defense needs a little shoring up, and I think they go after a safety. Like I said in the last episode, people are saying that safeties won't get drafted first round, but I have them going back-to-back right here. I had Grant Delpit going to Cleveland, and now I have Dallas taking Xavier McKinney. They need to shore up that backfield of the defense. They need to do something. They haven't addressed that position. They just lost Jeff Heath to the Las Vegas Raiders. They just lost Jones to Miami Dolphins during free agency. So their secondary is hurting back there. That's why I think they take a safety in Xavier McKinney. They haven't had a safety since, I would say, Darren Woodson? So they need to do something with that secondary. Help Dak, help the offense, help Amari Cooper. Help Ezekiel Elliott. Let the defense give them a break. Get some people off the field. Let them not have to score as much. And maybe the Cowboys can actually not go 8-8 and actually be a good team. But then again, we're trusting Jerry Jones and actually trusting that Jerry Jones knows how all this technology works. Can you imagine being in Jerry Jones' living room for the draft and him trying to use the computer to FaceTime with his coaches and the league to put the pick in? It's going to be interesting in Dallas. Hopefully they can get it right. So next on the clock would be number 18. Normally, it would have been the Miami Dolphins, but I had them trading up with the Oakland. I keep saying Oakland. It's the Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. The Raiders have the number 18 pick. And who do they take? Why not go with the wide receiver here? Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy is probably one of the best wide receivers in this draft. And for the Raider fans out there, Raider Nation, check this out. You want to know who he's being compared to? You know who Jeudy is being compared to? The wide receiver that you traded to the Cowboys. He's being compared to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, he's also being compared to Hall of Famer Reggie Wayne. His best trait would be his route running. They say he could run. He gets off the ball like nobody else, but he drops a lot of passes in non-contested situations. He tries to catch it with his body a lot. He needs to be a little bit more physical, but he is a top receiver in this draft, and he is a game changer, and it's something that Oakland has been missing, as last year they tried to piece together a wide receiver core that didn't help Derek Carr, even though Derek Carr did have a great season last year and one of the best seasons that he's had in a while. So Raiders get their wide receiver right here in Jeudy. So the Cowboys took McKinney at 17. Raiders take Judy. Now on the clock would be the Raiders again, but I have the phone ringing. I have the Saints calling them. The Saints are saying, hey, Oakland or Las Vegas, let's do a trade. We'll send you number 24 and 150 to move up to the spot. What do the Saints need? I think they come up and they take a linebacker. The Saints offense, everybody knows about the offense. They have Michael Thomas. They have Alvin Kamara. They have Latavius Murray. And they have Drew Brees as their quarterback. So they have a very good offense. Their defense, on the other hand, needs a little bit of help. Their defense is actually and coming on as one of the best defenses in the league. But with a couple more pieces, they could be a championship team. So I think right here they come up. Yes, they're going to trade the pick, and they're going to be out of a second and third. But when you need a player, you come up and get him. And I think they come up and they take linebacker Kenneth Murray right here. Kenneth Murray is one of the top linebackers in the draft. It's between him and Patrick Queen. But there's a lot of good things about Kenneth Murray, especially the angles that he takes to make those tackles. He's always there, always around the ball, and he gives the effort, and he's going to help your secondary immensely. And Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator for the Saints, is going to love this player. He's never had a player like this. Well, since he was in Oakland, when he was the head coach in Oakland, he had a great defensive player over there, but I'm not going to name that one. So this one right here, he's going to add Kenneth Murray with him, and Kenneth Murray is going to go to the New Orleans Saints. Like I said, they're going to make that trade with Oakland, giving up the number 24 and the 150 to make this pick. Now guess who's on the board? The team that I have no idea that's going on over there. And guess what? Number 20 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do I need to get Dave Caldwell back on the phone? Do we need to ask him who they want to select already? So at number 9, I had them taking Isaiah Simmons to help the defense out. Now, guess what? They already have Minshew Mania. They traded Nick Foles. That didn't work out. They traded him to the Chicago Bears. So what are they going to do here? Can they go wide receiver? Can they go linebacker? Can they go defensive end? Yeah, they could, but I think they do a sneaky pick right here. And finally, we see quarterback Tua go off the board right here. With his injuries, I think he can sit out. They can let Minshew do his thing. And if Minshew becomes the man that they think he is, then good, you could trade Tua. Or you let Minshew try it. You say, look, fans, Minshew couldn't get it done, so we're going with Tua once he's 100% healthy. Because Tua, I mean, with his injuries, his NFL comparison is Drew Brees. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, you could compare him to Drew Brees just because of his size. But he had some surreal ball placement, down there in the vertical game. He had a couple brain farts in his entire career, but his progression is very accurate. He's very good at reading the field. He's not getting stuck on his first target, and he can move down the field. So Jacksonville can allow him to sit out, allow him to get healthy, and be able to take this pick because they're not going to go anywhere because all the players, their best players, are now out of town. It's only a matter of time until they just say, hey, guess what? We're rebuilding. Let's go with Minshew. Let Tua sit for the year, and we'll start him next year when we're ready to rock and roll. Now with 21, we got the Philadelphia Eagles on the board. The Eagles, they can go in many directions too. A lot of people will argue, and they'll sit here and argue, and they say Eagles need a wide receiver. But like I've been telling you, this is a draft full of wide receivers. Here, and a lot of wide receivers on the board. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles might be still good with Alshon Jeffries and Deshaun Jackson if they can stay on the field. I mean, that's the only problem with them is they need to stay on the field. If they can't stay on the field, then they're going to hurt the team. And of course, you're going to need wide receivers. But if those two are on the field, along with Zach Ertz and Miles Sanders in the backfield, you have a pretty good offense already. So I think you go on the defensive side of the ball. And I know a lot of Eagle fans are going to be out there going, man, no, you're wrong. And I'm going to take a lot of heat for this. But good. Give me the heat, just like you guys booed Donovan McNabb, and that turned out to be a good one, right? So at the number 21 pick of this draft, I have them taking linebacker Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen is, I would say, I predict him as a top linebacker of this draft. I think he's a little bit better than Kenneth Murray, but he probably just didn't fit that system. That's why I had Kenneth Murray go before him. But Patrick Queen is very fast. He's very rangy. He's an explosive hitter. He takes on his blocks. He finishes his blocks. He's a tone setter. Like mentally, he's going to be there. He's going to set that defense up for you, and he's going to give Philly the hitter that they need. Philly is the hardcore town that loves football players that just love to play, and this guy loves to play football. Patrick Queen is a great pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles. Skull Nation, where you at? Now the Vikings are on the clock. The Minnesota Vikings face Aaron Rodgers 2 times a year. They play Mitchell Trubisky. Now they got Foles over there. But you know what? They're going to need to rush that passer, and you know they will. With Zimmer up there, you know he likes defensive players. So right here, I have him taking defensive end Kinlaven Chaisson. And, this guy is explosive to watch. He's smooth, explosive out of both maybe the 2 and 3 point stance. He's very lethal at shooting the gaps. This guy knows how to get to the quarterback, and this guy will get to the quarterback. And that's what you need in that division. You need a good defensive pass rusher. Vikings have been letting a few guys go. They don't really have the cap space to bring anybody else in, so they might as well get somebody to help that defense and just allow him to do what he can. And now we have the New England Patriots on the board, and a lot of people are going to say, Patriots are going to take a quarterback now that Tom Brady is gone. I don't see it. I see Bill Belichick doing a Bill Belichick move and trade down. So who do I have him trading down with? I have the 49ers moving up. The 49ers like, hey, Bill, we're going to offer you number 31 and next year's third, and let us come up to number 23. And he goes, hey, I'm good with that. So why did the 49ers come up? Because like the 49er fans have been saying, we need a wide receiver. And right here, the 49ers take wide receiver Justin Jefferson, which is a very good pick for them. I think he's a very good wide receiver. He's 6'3", 192 pounds. He's a pretty good route runner. When he's there, he needs to separate a little bit more from the wide receivers, but he is being compared to Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati. I mean, if you're not happy with a Tyler Boyd comparison, then I don't know what you're going to be happy with. That's a very good comparison. He has good body control. He's outstanding and excels in contested situations. He's a very good player. He's very fluid and smooth in everything he does. He just needs to create a little bit of separation. And look what Emmanuel Sanders did for the 49ers last year. He elevated that offense, and you get a wide receiver like Justin Jefferson, I think your offense is going to go back to that level. Las Vegas. The Raiders are now on the clock. This normally belonged to the Saints. Remember, I had the Saints trading up with the Raiders at number 19. And who are the Raiders going to take? I have them taking. This is going to be a pick that people are going to be like, why? No way. It's too early. Well, there's been a lot of news about this guy. And what team does Mike Mayock love? What team does John Gruden love drafting from? They showed it last year. They love drafting from Clemson. A program like Clemson is where they like to go. And I have them taking cornerback from Clemson, A.J. Terrell right here. A.J. Terrell is compared to A.J. Boye, Dre Kirkpatrick, both very good cornerbacks in this league. And Paul Gunther would love a cornerback like this. Another cornerback, I mean, you got to talk John Gruden out of taking another offensive player, but I think he could work on that, and they take A.J. Terrell. A.J. Terrell will help the young defense and the young team in Las Vegas. I keep saying Oakland, but they are Las Vegas Raiders. So I have them taking cornerback A.J. Terrell right here. That was picks 17 through 24. If you need to go back and refresh them, you can go to our Instagram. Remember, at Joe Morley Sports. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram TV. Go ahead and check this out. You can leave us a comment, and hopefully we'll get back to you. If we don't answer you on there, maybe you have a good question that can actually make this show. This is picks 17 through 24. Dallas Cowboys took McKinney. Raiders took Jerry Jeudy. Saints took Kenneth Murray. Jacksonville took quarterback Tua. Philly took a linebacker in Queen. Vikings took Chaisson. 49ers came up and took wide receiver Jefferson. And the Raiders finished it out with A.J. Terrell. If you show up on our next episode, we'll go through picks 25 through 32 and finish out the first round. And we'll be getting closer and closer to the actual NFL draft. It's always good to do a mock draft. I hope you guys are looking up these guys, some really good players in this year's draft. Like I said, the wide receiver class in this draft is very, very, very stacked. So go ahead and check them out. And like I said, check us out on Instagram, like us, and follow us, and let us know what you guys think. Remember, and stay healthy.